SS Hopestar was a 5,267 GRT cargo ship which was built in 1936 by Swan, Hunter and Wigham Richardson Ltd, Newcastle upon Tyne, Northumberland for the Wallsend Shipping Co Ltd. She sank off the coast of Newfoundland in 1948 with the loss of all 40 crew. Description: Hopestar was 416 feet 8 in long, with a beam of 57 feet 4 in. She had a depth of 27 feet 0 in and a draft of 29 feet 6 in. The ship was assessed at 5,267 GRT, 3,191 NRT, 9,800 DWT. She was powered by 2 Parsons steam turbines, double reduction geared and driving a single screw propeller. The turbines were a high-pressure and a low-pressure unit working in series. Together, they were rated at 2,000 brake horsepower. This gave the ship a maximum speed of 12 knots. The ship's boilers were built by the Northeastern Marine Engineering Co Ltd. History. Early history. Hopestar was built as yard number 1513 by Swan, Hunter and Wigham Richardson Ltd, Newcastle upon Tyne, Northumberland for the Wallsend Shipping Co Ltd. Launched on the 22nd of January 1936, she was completed in February 1936. Hopestar was operated under the management of Arthur Stoughton Amp Co Ltd. Her port of registry was Newcastle upon Tyne. The code letters GYRL and United Kingdom official number 161,532 were allocated. Following completion of sea trials on the 27th of February 1936, her maiden voyage was on the 29th of February. It took her to Spain, Durban, South Africa and the Netherlands East Indies. In 1938, her managers were changed to Stockman and Amp Fleming Limited. World War II. When the Second World War broke out, Hopestar was at Bunbury, Western Australia. She sailed the day for London, which was reached on the 28th of November 1939 via Fremantle, Durban, Cape Town, Freetown and Belfast. During 1940, she crossed the Atlantic Ocean 3 times in the first 6 months, mostly sailing independently but sometimes in convoy. On the 9th of January 1940, Hopestar came under attack in the North Sea off Cromer from a U-boat. 3 torpedoes were fired at her but they were evaded. Her captain was awarded an OBE for his seamanship. One of her gunners was awarded a BEM for his part in driving off the submarine. The second half of 1940 saw her sailing to Buenos Aires, returning to the United Kingdom in December 1940. Hopestar was then out of service for 3 months, departing from the Belfast lock on the 25th of March 1941 for the River Tyne, where she arrived on the 1st of April. She was then out of service until the 2nd of August when she sailed from Sunderland, County Durham on a voyage that would take her to Freetown, Cape Town, Urban, Aden, Suez, Port Said, Alexandria, Beirut and Haifa, which was reached on the 20th of December. Hopestar returned to the United Kingdom via Port Said, Suez, Aden, Mauritius, Durban and Freetown. She arrived at Southend-on-Sea on the 20th of April 1942. She sailed a week later on a voyage that would take her to New York, Key West, Trinidad, Cape Town, Durban and Bombay, India, where she arrived on the 28th of October 1942. Hopestar departed from Bombay on the 4th of January 1943. She spent the next few months sailing the coast of Africa. arriving at Gibraltar on the 20th of July and sailing 3 days later for the River Tyne, which was reached on the 8th of August. She sailed on the 28th of September to make a round trip to Montreal, returning to Southend-on-Sea on the 21st of December. Hopestar sailed on the 13th of January 1944, remaining in British waters and arriving at the Clyde on the 13th of February. She sailed on the 2nd of May for various ports in the Mediterranean, always in convoy at this time. She arrived back at Southend-on-Sea on the 15th of August. Hopestar departed on the 25th of August for a return trip across the Atlantic Ocean to Boston, Massachusetts, United States. She was in convoy throughout the voyage and returned to Liverpool on the 31st of December. Hopestar sailed on the 14th of February 1945 for Cardiff and Milford Haven, where she arrived on the 3rd of March. She sailed the next day for Africa, in convoy for the last time. She was at Accra when the war in Europe ended. Hopestar returned to Liverpool on the 12th of June, sailing 2 weeks later for Charleston, South Carolina, United States, which is where she was when the war finally ended. She again sailed Mediterranean waters before arriving at Middlesbrough, Yorkshire on the 14th of November. Post-war in 1947, a third boiler was installed in Hopestar. It was later determined that this weakened the structure of the vessel and may have contributed to her loss. In June 1948, Hopestar underwent a routine survey, which she passed. On the 14th of November 1948, Hopestar was reported to be 450 nautical miles off St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. She reported her position by radio at 1 o'clock. It was reported by the ship that she had been damaged by heavy weather, with a force 9 gale blowing at the time. The last report from Hopestar was at 12 o'clock that day, when she was at 43.000 degrees north, 56.133 degrees west, 43.000 minus 56.133. She was on a voyage from Newcastle upon Tyne to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, United States, and was in ballast at the time. She was to collect a cargo of grain to return to the United Kingdom with. By the 23rd of November, 7 aircraft were involved in the search for Hopestar. On the 24th of November, Captain West R. Richards of the United States Coast Guard said, "We feel that there is little possibility that any survivors are left alive." On the 25th of November, Hopestar was declared to have foundered with the loss of all hands. The search was abandoned on the 26th of November. No wreckage from Hopestar was ever found. The Board of Trade held an inquiry into the loss of Hopestar. It was held in London on 4 to 6, 9 to 13, 16, 17 and 26 to 28 January 1950. It was concluded that Hopestar had probably broken to and foundered with the loss of all 40 of her crew. The possibility that she struck a mine could not be discounted, but was thought unlikely. Questions were asked by Stanley Aubery in the House of Commons on the 20th of March 1950, although they were never satisfactorily answered.